Alright, it is Saturday, March 23rd, 2019 at 10:02 a.m. Right now, this video that I'm making is about an incident that happened recently. A meteor more powerful than 10 atomic bombs exploded over the Bering Sea. The December 18 fireball created the biggest airburst since the Chelyabinsk meteor of 2013. A meteor that exploded over the Bering Sea in December released 10 times the energy of an atomic bomb in the atmosphere. Think about that. 10 times more energy than an atomic bomb in the atmosphere. That is insane. Alright. The asteroid, which is about 10 meters wide, disintegrated in the skies off the coast of Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula on December 18th and unleashed 173 kilotons of energy, making it the second biggest fireball in recent decades next to the 440 kiloton meteor that rocked the Russian city of Chelyabinsk in February 15, 2013. Let's take a look here quickly. This is fireballs reported by the U.S. government sensors at cneos.jpl.nasa.gov/fireballs. Here you guys see all of the meteors or impacts that have happened, and well, at least that they've recorded here. And here we have two large ones, one in Russia that happened in 2013, which is 440 kilotons, and here we have the one that happened in December 18th, which is 173 kilotons. That's just crazy amount of energy. It's way more than the 440 kiloton one that happened in 2013. I don't know why they're together here in the Russia area, but apparently Russia also had another the Tunguska event, another giant meteor event. Let's take a look here quickly. The Tanguska event. Let's take a look. Tanguska event. See if we can find. Aha, 110 years after the Tanguska event, we still aren't sure what caused it. Let's take a look at this one. At 7:15 in the morning on June 30th, 1908, something happened in the sky above stony Tanguska, the Padkimaya Tanguska River in Siberia. Many thousand people in radius of 900 miles observed the Tanguska event. For more than 700 counts were collected later. The reports describe a fireball in the sky, larger or similar to the size of the sun. The series of explosions was a frightful sound, followed by the shaking of the ground, as the earth seemed to get open wide and everything would fall in the abyss. And you see here the trees just laid waste in the forest of Tanguska. Just imagine the explosion amount, just the sheer power. It's just craziness. But here's the impact energy of, you see in red, 2.5 or more, and there's 2 registered here. Hopefully there's no more of these, but it's good to know that there's a map that has these kept, in check. Here is also a video by Scott Manley on YouTube that shows the 173 kiloton explosion over the Bering Sea. This is what they caught on satellite. As you see here, it's barely a tiny blip. It's like it casts a little bit of a shadow. Let's take a look here to see if there's more on the fireball. Powerful Bering Sea fireball spotted from space in NASA photos. So the satellite photo gives a striking look at the second most powerful meteor explosion of the 21st century. On December 18, 2018, an incoming space rocket detonated 16 miles or 26 kilometers above the Bering Sea icy waters, generating 173 kilotons of energy. That's about 10 times more than the amount unleashed by the atomic bomb the United States dropped on the Japanese city of Hiroshima during World War II, NASA officials say. That is a strong meteor for it to be 10 times the amount of atomic bomb. Only one impact ever since 2000 was more powerful, the February 2013 airburst over the Russia of Chelyabinsk, which produced a shockwave that injured more than 1,200 people. Most of the folks were hurt by shards of flying glass from broken windows. Unlike the Chelyabinsk event, nobody on the ground saw or recorded the Bering Sea meteor, as far as we know. As a consequence of a remote location, the Bering Sea lies between far eastern Russia and Alaska. By some sharp eyes in the sky, did they preserve the blast for posterity? NASA's Earth-observing Terra satellite, for example, spotted the meteor with two different instruments: the multi-angle imaging spectral radiometer Meteor and the moderate resolution imaging spectral radiometer MODIS. Meteor's team members combined some of the imagery into an animated GIF, which NASA released Friday, March 22nd. As you see here, you see the little bit of explosion, little fireball right there of explosion, and then the shadow of it extended over. And just to put it in perspective, this is a gigantic explosion, and the satellite only zooms in a certain amount in comparison to what we see. So just imagine how small humans are in this image if we stood a human next to this. This is a really big fireball. Just wanted to share that image. That's just craziness to think about all the possibilities of things coming in the sky. Alright, meanwhile, the true color MODIS photo shows both the fireball and its dark smoke trail, which stands out prominently against thick white clouds, NASA officials said. In case you were wondering, fireball describes any meteor that shines at least as bright as Venus in our sky. Japan's Himawari satellite also observed the blast. You can see some of that spectrograph's photos in the Sky Telescope story. The object was caused by the Bering Sea fireball, was probably about 33 feet, 10 meters wide, and weighed about 1,500 tons, 1,360 metric tons, according to NASA's meteor experts. The rock likely hit Earth's atmosphere, going about 71,600 miles per hour. And you see here a little animation of the entrance of a meteor just like this. And you see the shock waves that would go away from this. It's just craziness. And it's amazing. It's amazingly beautiful to see. But at the same time, it's just craziness. Alright, scientists think the Chelyabinsk asteroid was about 65 feet or 20 meters wide at the time of its dynamic encounter with Earth. The object's explosion unleashed a whopping 440 kilotons of energy. But that output pales in comparison to the 1908 airburst over Siberia, which involved an asteroid to be about 40 meters wide. This explosion, known as the Tunguska Event, generated 185 times more energy than the Hiroshima bomb and flattened out 800 square miles or 2,000 square kilometers of forest. It is the most powerful impact ever in recorded history. And no, the gods don't have anything against Russia. Russia gets walloped by space rocks so much simply because it covers more area than any other nation. Alright, that's what I was thinking. Why are there so many fireballs in the Russia region? But I think it's just because of the sheer landmass. And that is just amazing to see 440 kilotons in 2013, 173 kilotons in December of 2018, and there's some other ones with 33 kilotons 30 kilotons. So there's some medium to yellow ones. One happened over in 2013 over close to the United States. Another one happened off 9 kiloton off in the Pacific. But there's many here. This is a really interesting website. I'm gonna leave the link on the description. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Just something sobering to make you think about what's happening in the skies. Alright guys, hit like and subscribe, and God bless you guys out there. Stay safe.